Hello, people. I wanted to talk today a little bit about my upcoming EP. It's coming out on June 6th and it's called Silver Sanity. I wanted to talk a little bit about the name and why I called it that and what it means. So if I'm looking at the screen, which is just off here, I've got some notes and that's why. And if you see my big ass hand come into the screen, it's because I'm moving the mouse to remind myself. But let me just talk from top of the dome. Let's freestyle a little minute about it. So Silver Sanity, for me, basically the overarching thing means like, so Quicksilver referring to like Mercury, which is like an old-fashioned name for Mercury, which I believe is an element, and like a liquid metal. So just bear with me. We're gonna get a little bit fucking pretentious probably. That's part of my nature. Alright, it is what it is. I'm an artist and I like to get a little bit in the depths, in the weeds with it. Anyway, so yeah, Quicksilver meaning like Mercury, so like liquid metal, and Mercury is very quick to change shape. It's very fluid. It's quite unstable, and essentially like Quicksilver Sanity means like a fluctuating state of sanity, fluctuating between insanity and sanity kind of all the time and never really feeling that stable, I guess. That's my dog huffing and puffing in the background. Some little sound effects, nice one. So yeah, it's kind of like the moments of clarity that you get where everything feels a bit like more still after some chaos, and then just dogs burping. Brilliant, love that. Thanks so much, mate. I've just fed him, he's just burping in the background, brilliant. Anyway, so as I was saying, yeah, it's just the chaos of life. Brilliant. And yeah, it's just basically how my thoughts and my mental state have never really been that sort of stable. I'm moving to a place where they are now. But it kind of reflects that sort of flux and that fluctuation. And overstimulation a lot of the time. So yeah, it's also not like just a mood. It's kind of like I've wrote down like psychic environment. It's where my music comes from as well. Like the Quicksilver Sanity, like when I write bars, it's almost like abstract art because sometimes like the lyrics might not make sense. Like it doesn't necessarily have to, and sometimes it does, and sometimes it's got like a proper deep meaning, or like a double entendre, or like some fucking crazy ass wordplay. But like sometimes it just sounds smart but doesn't mean shit. Do you know what I mean? And that's the great thing about it, I feel like. But it's like, and sometimes it can like change its meaning over time as well. My music and my lyrics and shit. Anyway, yeah. So also like I feel like there's something kind of like divine and quite spiritual in the kind of instability in the sanity as well, because like they say there's a thin line between genius and madness, right? And I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it, actually. Fuck that. I love to say it. I think I am a genius. I think the way my brain works is probably neurodivergence. It's definitely neurodivergence, which is a superpower. Shout out to my neurodivergent gang. But yeah, I feel like the way that I write and the way that I construct sounds is just fucking genius. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Like, I think it's true. You could say I'm arrogant or whatever. That's fine. I don't mind. But yeah, there's something, especially when I'm like writing, it's always been like this. Like when I'm writing music, particularly when I'm writing lyrics. So like if I'm like making a beat or whatever, it's not quite so internal. It's a lot more external. But like when I'm writing lyrics or writing songs, it's very much like I like to go almost into complete sensory deprivation. Like I like to sit there in almost like the dark, just enough fucking light so I can see what I'm writing. Do you know what I mean? But like I like to sit there almost in the dark and just go completely internal. And it's essentially I'm in a communion with spirit. Like I'm completely in the fucking void, in the abyss in my mind, and I'm like I'm like receiving the words from spirit. It's a communion with spirit. Like that's the only way I can really describe it. It's like a deep self and spirit communion, because spirit is just self really. But anyway, I digress. Or I can connect with like elemental forces or perhaps ancestral forces, but I mean, I'm a white person, so ancestral connections, we don't do that so much. And not fun. Anyway, what else have I got here? Yeah, and it's also like kind of like a defiant thing, like the quick aspect of it, like and just the shifting perspective. It's like a refusal to like conform, and like I just want to be fluid and maintain like a presence and an acceptance of like change as well. Like I'm quick to grow, I'm quick to change, so there's that too. And like the madness is part of my power. Like the insanity is what makes me fucking interesting, dude. You know what I mean? Like the slight unhingedness, or not even slight, the complete unhingedness is what makes me a brilliant, interesting, engaging, inviting artist. Like, yeah, that, you know, I have no desire to cure it or anything like that. Yeah, but yeah, essentially that's that. And also I have a personal connection to the word silver, because originally where I'm from, well, it's probably giving it away if I say it, but the place that I'm from has silver in the name. So when I say the name, people are like, that doesn't sound like a real place. It's a real place. But yeah, silver is in the name of the little place that I grew up. So I have like a personal connection with that. And at one point I went by like the pseudonym of Silver, spelled S-I-L-V-A, not S-I-L-V-E-R though. So there's that as well. And it's like I've always felt more drawn to silver, the metal, as opposed to like gold or anything else, just because of the kind of magical and metaphysical properties of it too, and its mirror-like qualities, and yeah, just generally very like reflective and internal. Yeah, but yeah, essentially that's that. And also I'm gonna get proper hippie on you, as if this hasn't been proper hippie the whole time. So my star sign is Leo, my moon sign is a Capricorn, and my rising is a Gemini. And Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury. So, and Mercury is another name for Quicksilver. So I feel, and supposedly like your rising sign is like actually how people see you. And Gemini is the star sign of like communication, I believe. And a lot of like successful and prominent and influential writers and artists and stuff have been Geminis. And my favourite rapper, Kendrick Lamar, is a Gemini. So there's that. And yeah, it's basically like those are kind of all the connections. But yeah, it's, to me, the overall thing is it's just like this fluid, changing like state of being, fluctuating between sanity and insanity. And the EP is an expression of that. The EP is an expression of all of this. Let me tie it back into why the fuck I'm talking about this. Yes, the EP represents all of this. And the EP is probably going to be like a 2 or 3 parter. So like there's this drop of it, which is a lot more chill. And then the next drop is probably going to be a lot more aggy, aggressive. Because again, that's like the fluctuations in who I am. So I hope that gives a little insight into the methods of my madness. And yeah, I hope you like the EP. Make sure you check it out. June 6th, it's dropping on all streaming platforms. You can buy it on Bandcamp as well. Go and follow me on all my socials. They'll be in the link below. And leave a comment and like and subscribe and all that shit. Okay. Thank you. Bye then.